Yeah, right?
This is not a castle.
This is a mansion. This is totally a castle. It's awesome.
It's not a castle.
There's no
It's a
walls,
manor.
there's no towers, it's a house.
It has a turret.
No.
We're sneaking through this castle, mansion, manor. I don't know, it's undetermined yet. If you come over here, see the bust of Jesus. Not many people know that Jesus was the first known sufferer of male pattern baldness, and that at one point in his wild college years he did shave his beard and just went with the mutton chops and a mustache.
Had your light,
So,
little snack.
hi
or
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's called the literary machine. Carter's literary machine. You can Google it and you see all kinds of
Now,
it.
if we move over here,
The stained glass is Bluebells of Scotland. And this is demonstrates how they was
from Titanic,
those ones are slightly rounded and don't hit
actually
glass.
used in the movie.
And the one here above the mantle is for the
There's
children.
something you didn't know about
Two
James
red
Cameron.
circles for the 2 sons, 8 daisies for the 8 Dunsmere daughters.
Oh my gosh.
And that is where the Declaration of Independence was signed.
Wood is mahogany, on the mantle it
Not
says
that
we
table,
make
but
the
this
full
one.
man copper
They had a
tiles
different
around the
table at the time.
fireplace.
This is a new one, it's a replica.
So radiators, that's the ones
This
that
is the
have
real,
because you don't use the fireplace.
this is the library that the library from Eating the Beast was based off of.
Very cool.
As you see, there's something that was lost in the translation a little. It's Anne of Green Gables, right there. Anne of Green Gables. Hi, Anne. Well, Anne Frank, Anne of Green Gables.
Informal will be the billiard room on the 3rd floor, and the wood on the floor here is for the back of white.
They have a formal
This room, 12 Years a Slave, this film. This room, and
And the stand.
I mean, I can just still just see that bottom flying through the room, hitting the right
here in
face.
1909. It ended up in the
So I can
Empress
say hi,
Hotel
Sarah Paulson.
downtown, and people would go by and rub the tummy, thinking it was good luck. So the patina sort of rubbed off there.
Yeah.
The anno is 1898 Steinway. It belonged to, not original to the castle, original to the 2 sons.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
See that dress, TJ?
Look, Nick. There's lions in the corner of each of the ceiling. Oh yeah. So cool. There's so much detail on every little thing.
Oh, look at the little outfits for little guys. Oh, hi. It's so cute.
So little people.
Those are little people.
You can see these people were the first opposite of headhunters. Because they just kept the bodies, they did not take the heads with them. If you look over there. Yeah, see, that's just the bodies displayed prominently as a sign of dominance. All right there and there. Sometimes they took the arms too, but that's just to stop them from struggling. That was what after he had his jaw reduction surgery. Just because he had so many teeth problems.
It's so amazing. I mean, it's no Sistine Chapel, but
What is?
My name's Velma. Velma. Velma.
Some fun times. You see, back in the day, they would just have rooms with no one in them, and people would come walking through them all the time.
Imagine playing werewolf in this room.
Where the jury would convene to make a decision. Hopefully unanimous, you know. They don't want a mistrial.
Very cool.
there's so many paintings too.
When all the leaves of the dining table are actually in it, you can see 14.
Oh, no, 13 because that's the luck.
Actually, that's especially at the time. Yeah.
I'm Velma.
Remember?
Velma.
Velma, yeah.
So she already lost her mind.
I don't think they know I'm here, so
Think to count.
They don't.
I think I gotta keep that book.
Take it out.
This place was a college.
What?
This building was a college.
It was?
Also a military hospital.
This is the Canadian menorah. Those Canadian Hebrews had oil that only lasted for 3 days. It did not last for 8. So they just have 3 candles. I've been doing that the third time. I'm not trying to do it quiet here. Ready?
On the fourth floor, don't come down these stairs, go down the back staircase, so you can see the other side.
They were very lazy back then. Sometimes they got tired going up the stairs, so they needed to take a little break. This is where they would do it. Rest stop.
Oh, are we talking about the stair lounge?
Yes. Well, something that they don't talk about that's increased since back then is our stamina as people. They had a tough time going up 2 sets of stairs. And here is the Iron Throne. This is the Iron Throne. Made out of swords, but what they don't tell you in the book is that they melted them down and reforged them into a chair.
Did you catch the text?
What do you think?
See, this was the classic guy in every home. People had difficulty determining which bathrooms for each gender. So they looked at this very convenient toilet sign. And
Yes, and this one is
was
for
for ladies.
men wearing hats, and this is for people with
Men wearing
scarves.
dresses.
Yes, of course. Women did not get to go to the washroom. It was a different time. They didn't have the same freedoms they do now. They just had to hold it. It's the woman in black, obviously. Angel of Death.
This is so cool. Why we're all whispering, but
I don't know.
because it's such a cool place.
I feel like we're in a library. It's actually really quiet.
Yeah, it just has that feel.
Yeah.
That everywhere we go, like no one should be talking loud, but no one's told us to be quiet. We're
just
all
do.
doing it. It's neat. It has a very cool energy. Look at the bird cage. See if you can get all the way over there. It's so cool. Zoom in on that. How cool is that? It has one of the covers and like super neat.
The thing on the dress is cool too. They used to like
Obviously, this
Put
was a house
perfume
of
in.
magicians.
And that
put
little thing on the
flowers and
front.
stuff because women would be quite smelly back
Yeah,
then.
everyone was smelly back then.
Today's president is widely considered one of the worst presidents in the history of the United States. I don't know why he's up here in this Canadian mansion, but he is.
So fun.
This is Dola.
Looks like you. Is that you?
You think so?
Is that you?
No.
That's like what you use for heating, right?
They were.
I'm Velma.
Became a military Dola for a while.
Dola.
Oh, yes.
Just tells you all about the family.
Obviously, the fat lady from the Harry Potter books. After liposuction. Capet Draconis.
She winked. I saw it.
Yeah, well, it's like a hologram. She can't open up for me because I'm a muggle, see?
One of the bedrooms. As you can see, people back in this time were significantly shorter than they are now. Everyone was at least 5, 6, or shorter. That's why the beds are so small. People in this time also didn't have hands. That's why the dresses were built in such a fashion.
So I said they were the opposite of headhunters back then. So they're leaving these bodies just on display as a sign of dominance and power and status.
Over rivaling castles.
Yep.
This little story is amazing. It's
Look at
about
the
some
wardrobe.
girls at the school getting in trouble because they pulled up their skirts a bit to get some sun on them, and a house that was nearby complained.
It was a different time. Women didn't have the same freedoms they do now.
I think you've already said that sentence to me today.
I know. I've said it 3 or 4 times today.
Try living with it.
Hey, I actually haven't made that joke that many times. drugs.
That
What?
was nice. That was nice.
She's a slut and she knows it. She wants to root all the boys. Yeah, and if you'll look to your right, you'll see a hedge clipping of Jesus Christ.
Where? Let's see
Right,
it.
right there, the hedge.
The
see?
Camelot, yeah.
Yeah, behind the Camelot. Yeah. Not well known. Jesus did not have a face. Well, and you didn't think you'd learn anything today, kids.
See, this is how crazy Batman has made Gotham.
A Christmas village!
I'm a man of my word.
I'm a man of my word.
Alright, you can get yourself up, right?
If you want to take his arm and I'll...
You do one arm, one person in front, and we can do it on the stairs. Somebody in front, please. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's go. Stop.
Crikey, it's a giant.
It's a giant. Do you see him there?
You see him?
Look at the size of that giant. Hey!
Okay.
Here we see the wild giant. His natural habitat.
Lift.
Giants very often, just like they're learning to walk for their entire lives.
Let's go.
Something you didn't know about fictional creatures. Seems to be a moment of privacy. It's never before seen moment in a giant's life. He's taking a prostitute back to his giant home. Giants need love too. There's one thing we can take away from this jungle adventure, it's that giants need love.
There, see? Mama's gonna touch the trees too! Ah, I'm so tall, just like you! Ah! You did it! Oh, you're getting so good!
The infant giant on his first day of school. Probably going to go learn giant things, as they do. I don't quite know the curriculum, but they are very well reviewed, so I assume he's going to come out of it probably with a very decent career.
Bird over there. Our giant's bringing lots of media attention.
Brittany, there's an actual mother behind you.
No one commands Og the Giant.
When you become Batman, Master Wayne, you turn into a different man. I have failed you. What are we for, Master Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves up.
Look at Brit, she's heading to a trailer. I'll be in my trailer if you guys need me. She's going to go bury another Batman.
Yeah, no. They're like, what time are you getting home?
That girl just
I don't know yet.
When someone offers me a movie, I look at the first page of the script
And I'm like, you know what?
and I look at the last
I'm not
page.
the asshole
And if
who
my
took my
character's
key
on
from
both
me,
pages,
so-
I do the film. Here we see, look out, here we see the very rare sand crocodile. Its natural habitat. Then that's our turn, so the mouths open sideways for a very specific reason. It's so they can unexpectedly pop out and eat the crabs. The hermit crabs that are alone, they are very easy to get on their own, so you can hunt and kill them. Now let's move on, and do not
And that's
like
just a random
Taylor?
guy.
Taylor.
Don't mind him, he's just a
Not like
random
the sand
guy.
crocodile.
He's a random man.
Isla Sorna.
Let's try that again.
Oh, are we recording?
We are. We
Should
are.
I
Now.
get another cameraman?
No.
One who knows to hit record? Because you're messing with my process here, sir. There,
Mate.
we see the island of Isla Sorna. Don't know what goes on there, but it's one of the 5 deaths. Cinco Muertes. The locals call them. Personally, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. And I think that people just aren't very good at sailing around here. These rocks were assembled by Christopher Columbus in 1572. Yes, I know. After he died, he came back as a ghost. Victoria is the most haunted place in North America.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your documentary. Can I have my phone, please?
Oh, your phone. Here we see the woman in her natural habitat. Again, it's not those certain 3 to 7 days out of the month. I've spooked her, but it's okay. She'll be back in greater numbers if we're not careful.
You can like parkour your way down.
Come with me. Join us. Here we are. The Pacific Ocean. Very specific. It's right here at this very spot. I'm gonna get my head. Get my head in. Oh. It's tasty. Very salty. That's what they say about the ocean. Tastes a lot like if you give yourself some tea, right, at home, and you grab your sugar and you dump your sugar into your tea, but then you realize it wasn't sugar all along, it was actually salt. Okay. So it feels like 3-4 scoops of sugar, which are actually salt in your tea. It's great. It's great stuff. Look at this. We've got there's life everywhere.
Little buggers.
It's life. Life. You got clams?
Life.
Yeah, got all clams.
You have the longest arms in the world.
You could get
You
it.
could probably reach up
I could
and
still go
stand.
get it. Good.
That's too far. Oh, no. Come back.
Here we are. Got a technician here in our natural habitat, the ocean shore. Look at all this cool driftwood.
Yeah.
It's caught between the incoming and pushing off the rock, so that's why it meets right in the middle. Oh, it's all pushing in and bouncing off the rock.
Yeah. Physics, man.
You really want the ball back? Yeah.
Go over there and help her duck hang it.
You're not gonna.
It's too far. That. There's no way.
We're close.
Sorry, guys.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I got look a decent one there. That one wasn't very good.
I think it was a whopping 2.
A whopping 2 again.
Yeah. One there.
5, 6 maybe?
The wild flat rock that I'm about to throw back where it came from.
Back to whence it came.
I did not get a skip out of that. It was too heavy. But you're welcome.
I think it was like 16, mate.
You are back where you came from. Don't thank me, it's what I do.
Here we are.
Going further.
The Iron Shore. The Iron Islands.
And hello, here we see the other ocean's testicle.
There it is.
Again, now we see why
There it is.
we have the same amount of oceans. Get off me, bug. Go fuck yourself.
Here we are, right at the edge of the world. What do you see out there?
Nothing.
America.
I'm a motherfucking marauder.
Ah, watch out!
I'm not a marauder anymore.
Here we are.
Here we
Oh,
are.
you can't see me because of the sun. There!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's bright.
It's so bright here.
Well, behind us we have
Land.
land. It's Victoria. But if we go over here,
This way.
I become a silhouette. in front of the vast blue ocean.
I didn't want to show it because it was too graphic. I asked the cameras to be turned off, but when we went back to look at the very rare sand crocodile, unfortunately a dog had come along and, well, I don't want to sugarcoat it, he'd taken a giant shit on its head. And if you don't know about the sand crocodile, there's one thing they cannot stand. Their biggest weakness is disrespect. So they desecrated the sand crocodile, and unfortunately he passed away. And that was the last one in North America. So everyone, pick up after your dogs, because you don't know who you're going to end up killing. And a life lesson from Chimera Theatre.
Just have a moment of silence for the crocodile.
Yes. All right, good. Yes. Is this funny to you? Died. A creature died today. And how does that make you feel? It makes you laugh? No. That is so disrespectful. I bet you laugh if there was an anti-rape mural up on the wall, wouldn't you? What is wrong with you? Here we see the woman in her natural habitat, laughing at others' misfortune. That is so selfish. That is a very our generation thing. But that is a very woman thing too. Men, I feel we have more empathy for other creatures, but women are psychopaths. And I think that's what we should take away from this trip. I won't eat it, Moxies, again. I won't do it.
I won't bloody do it. I won't film again. I won't bloody do it.
Thank God you're here.
Thank God you're here. My mama says that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
And here we see the a wild Nich Gulycz in his habitat.
We're on the streets of Victoria right now, and there's many creatures to behold here in the wondrous jungle that is the streets of Victoria. Although it's been known to be very quite, how do I put this, quite dangerous at times, we're here in the streets and we're ready to go on a safari. Come along. Right, we've moved down the street a little bit more, but the thing now that we have to concentrate on is not scaring the wildlife. So we need to be able to approach the wildlife and get a good look at it, get good shots. We need to get the shots as we walk across here. We need to walk across and be able to get the good wildlife. There's like that wildlife up there. Make sure you get that wildlife. Because
tell us something about the seagull.
The seagull
that we didn't know before.
It has a wingspan of about 14 centimeters, and with that enables it to travel at very high velocities. Now, when its feathers are still juvenile, it does not have the flying capabilities, the aerial abilities, if you will, as some of the more adult.
Like a penguin.
Like a penguin. See, penguins are very adaptable, and penguins have been known to fly everywhere.
So what you're telling me is a penguin is really just a seagull that's juvenile.
Precisely. Now, the penguin, if I may, is a bird from the movie Batman. And he's been very known to fly a lot, but Kim Kardashian actually wore the penguin costume on one of her red carpets, and with that, it got a lot of media attention. And that's why we need to look into it. We're off now. We're going to find Kim Kardashian and the penguin, and we're going to find them and see if we can capture it on glorious film. Stay tuned.
No, okay, we're good.
We're good, all right. We're back. Now, it's important when you're walking along... What street is this?
This is Quadra.
This is Quadra Street? All right. Yeah. This is Quadra Street. It's important when you're walking along Quadra Street to make sure that you do everything in fours, right? Because it's quad. And you need to make sure that when you're doing that, you need to do everything 4 times. 4 times. 4 times. 4 times. That's right. Now, otherwise, the wildlife that's in the area will get disturbed, and they'll know if you've done it 3 times or 5 times, and they'll beat the fuck out of you. Now, when we're crossing the street here, we need to keep an eye out for other wildlife and other people. We're going to be going on Johnson Street here in just a moment. When we walk along Johnson Street, keep your eyes peeled for wildlife, right? Because Johnson Street is known to host many different forms of wildlife, such as that red car over there. Get a shot of that.
And a bird.
Yes.
And a crow.
Birds.
Probably that nobody saw because I'm walking along and doing this on a handheld camera.
Right you are. Drink Sprite.
Sparkling ice. That is not a Sprite, he's a liar.
It's good for you.
Don't believe what he says only about Sprites, but believe what he says about animals.
It's good for you, and it's tasty.
It's good for you?
So fucking...
It is so good for you?
It's so good for you. Bastard, drink it. Bastard.
Nicholas has been trying to breathe fire for this entire trip. Hasn't happened yet, but we're all very hopeful. You've got to dream big in life.
Now, when you're dreaming big on Johnson Street, it's important that you watch out for trees.
Oh, is everyone done?
I think everyone's done over there.
I believe probably everyone did the same thing we did and just dropped all theirs off.
We're approaching the parking lot now, and we've seen many wildlife on this trip already. But here we have the wild TJ, which is a type of panda that can only be found in basement suites.
Wrap it up, we're almost dead here.
And with that, in conclusion to this summary, we have many forms of wildlife that we can find on the streets of Victoria, BC. Stay tuned for next episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Nicholas Gulycz. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Well, behind me we've got numerous tech set pieces, such technical elements that we use for the show. And over there we have got costumes.
Let's wander over there, let's see it.
Follow me. This is not a costume, this is a bear that I shot this morning. But we're going to be using it for the show. Stay tuned. More on this later. Down here we've got another racks upon racks of costume pieces, as you can see here. We have a lot of different stuff, a lot of different varieties of costumes, a lot of different characters. Watch out for that spear in the ground. That is a spear in the ground. That's a staff.
That's a real spear.
That is a real spear.
A real cow head.
And we've got lots of weapons.
Wow. Here we are.
This is my friend Brooke. He will be partaking in acting in the show. Brooke, how do you feel about being in the show today? Well,
today?
Doing tech for the show today.
I was going to say, is there a schedule change I didn't know about?
Brooke, how do you feel about doing tech for the show today?
Well, I feel like it's going to go. We're going to tech things. Things will be teched. And we'll be able to leave saying that they were in fact teched.
I'm going to use this as a microphone. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to be performing at Victoria Fringe Festival?
On a scale of 1 to 10, probably very.
Okay. And who is Andrew G. Cooper?
I don't know. He wrote it, but we can't get in contact with him because we want to say, who wrote this stupid shit? How do we fix this? Can we change the line so that they actually make sense? Can we change the story so it makes sense? Who wrote these characters? Who created this? Who did that? Who?
There he is, the man behind the curtain.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Okay, we're gonna see if we can still. She wears it, right?
Yeah.
Ready for the show tonight?
I'm ready to perform for them, yes, and just show them what industry level is all about. I'm always joking with Andrew saying you've got an industry level professional for the price of free. So when's my pay rise?
When's my pay? Period.
I was born ready, motherfucker.
That's the spirit. Goop, how you feeling?
So good.
Ready?
Give it all.
What time is it right now?
It's just about showtime. It's like 10 after.